Hey y'all, this is Stephanie with Energy Aligns. I'm an intuitive energy reader, and every Thursday I show up to pull one tarot card that highlights and harnesses the energy of the collective. And then I talk about how we as individuals can utilize that energy in our day-to-day lives in the week and the times we're living in. Okay, let's get started with the tarot insight for the collective energy for September 2nd through 9th. Here's the card I pulled. It's the 14th in the major arcana. It's Temperance. So the delicate balance here, there's a delicate balance of life on all levels, through all manifestations. You can see it in this card, through all the dimensions. The fact that we are starting to see as a collective multi-layers of reality, multi-layers within ourselves and others, in our systems and society, and the multi-layers of existence, multi-layers of physical manifestation, layers of dimensions. This card is super pertinent now. As human beings, we get very disturbed when we become off balance, right? We feel like we always need to be balanced. We need to be this way. We need to be that way. These things need to be this way. Things need to be that way, etc., etc. It's the rigidity. It's evident within ourselves. It's evident within our systems, our communities, within the structures that we have. And what the Temperance card is saying is that in this reality, life is a balance. That saying is absolutely true, but the real truth of it is in the actual subtleties of the balance, the wonderment, the learning, the growth that happens when we're navigating the times when things become off balance. That we are learning to balance in these times, our systems, not just as individual beings, but as a collective whole, especially us on this earth in this time of the greatest expansion. And what we are learning is the importance of riding the waves here, the importance of the growth and learning that is to be done when things become off balance, the importance of us not being so narcissistic in our ways, and understanding that learning in all the ways, right? Learning about people, the environment, what's to come, what has been in the past, learning about things we never thought we knew about, that we didn't think we needed to learn about, learning just to learn, learning about computers, learning about emotions, learning about our physical well-being, learning about our structures and our communities. Our financial systems, these are not stagnant, right? Nothing we've created is stagnant, and nothing can grow and evolve with integrity without the awareness of imbalance that happens naturally. So temperance is finding the true compassion in what is not stable and steady all of the time. It's finding the compassion in our mistakes, which aren't even mistakes. It's finding the compassion in learning something new, and the fumbling of that, the feeling of, oh no, I don't really know what I'm doing. Those kind of phases. And the question here, the biggest question for us as a collective is, what is the point of this? And I know that's a universal question for millennia, right? What is the point of life? What is the point of this? But we are actually being asked to really consider, what is the point of this? The question is not there for us to figure it out and come up with a universal answer or a solid answer definitively at all. The question is there so that we are able to navigate through meaning and intention and love, because we're asking deeper questions. We're not just moving through life without understanding some kind of essential why. So the whys that are coming up for us as a collective are for every living being to prosper, for every living being from the smallest to the largest to be treated with respect and equality, for everyone to see that every living thing is part of a whole, and for us all to understand and deepen into compassion for life. Compassion for each and every one of us as part of the collective, because we are part of something bigger. And this is what the Temperance card is about. That it all matters. It all matters. And asking why. So, as individuals, how do we drop into this energy of the Temperance? So it is just to stop and to ask why, searching and getting curious about the why behind the way you live your life, the way you think, what you believe, who you are. And this is not to create more structure and definition for you as an individual that sometimes can become stagnant and unmoving. It's to have a conversation about it with yourself, to have compassion for yourself, to have compassion for others through this questioning. Why? Why am I? Why am I? This also is just not to beat yourself up for seeing and uncovering realities that, you may have been living in that don't serve your best and highest good, or realities that you're living in that you have never possibly ever questioned and just gone along with something because it just is so. Have you ever done that? Most of us are living that way. It just is. Or I do that because everybody else does it. Or I do that because it just is the way it's done. So look at our systems breaking down here now, because we've been doing things just the same, just because that's the way it's been done. And these times are the times we're growing out of it. It's huge growth for us as a collective. It's a huge growth period. So it's perfectly okay and understandable that each and every one of us as individual is also going through a huge growth period within ourselves, whether it's spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of them at once, or maybe just one of them or two of them. So really take this week to contemplate. Just contemplate and create awareness around who am I, who you are. Create awareness around the whys of your life. Write them down, write it down. Talk to a friend, talk to friends, talk to your partner. And if you don't have anybody to talk to, again, write in your journal is so helpful. And if you're feeling extremely lost and lonely in these times, reach out to a therapist, reach out to a class, just get inside somewhere with other people who may be like-minded. And if you are really feeling called to look at your energetic space and watch something shift and be held and looked at with compassion and love, please connect with me for an energy reading. That is exactly the work we do in an energy reading. We create space for your self-awareness so you can start to explore your life and to look at things from the truth of you as spirit and seeing the space between kind of who you are and what you have been kind of conditionally doing and the pureness of you. Okay, I'm sending you all so much love and deep awareness this week. This week really seems challenging to be out in the world for me personally. So please take care of yourselves. Find your downtime, get lots of rest, and please reach out if you need support in any way that I can possibly help you with a meditation or an intuitive energy reading. And lastly, I want to say I'm sending out my September newsletter in the next couple weeks. And we're going into a guided meditation, dropping into our heart space. And I would love to have you there. It's completely free, and I'll be sending one out for the next few months of the year. So you can just message me here, or you can go to my website, energyaligns.com. All right, I'll see you all next week.